Hey my dear pirates, you are on channel Straw Hat's One Piece Theories. And in today's video we're going to talk about Zoro and his next training. After we're faced with the defeat of Kid and Law, a theory has been propagated by the four corners of the internet, and this theory says that the Egghead arc will finally show us that Luffy and all his allies may not be as powerful as we thought. And because of that I ask you, what about Zoro? If Kid and Law, who are supposedly superior to Zoro, lost their fights, what will happen to Zoro from that moment on? And if Luffy really loses his main fight in this arc, what will Zoro be able to do? Will Zoro be the highlight of this arc, surprising everyone? Could it be that Oda is taking the spotlight away from the Wano winners to develop his secondary characters again? Or will we have another time skip? Well, we're going to analyze all this in today's video. So if you want to be a pirate king like me and achieve eternal glory, go ahead and press the like button with all the power of your devil fruit. And if you're new here my dear sailor, already subscribe to the channel and don't forget to activate the notifications bell so you don't miss any new video, okay? Then join this crew that will dominate the entire Grand Line and the New World. Now without further ado, let's get to this epic video. And well my dear pirate, since Luffy awakened Gear 5, I have commented here on the channel that although I love the new transformation, my biggest fear about it was the fact that it gave Luffy too many powers in an exaggerated way. I was really scared to see a work that I love as much as One Piece go the same way that several others have, which is to transform its protagonist into a character that cannot be defeated, but fortunately it seems that I am wrong. We recently saw Kid humiliated by Shanks, and now Law ended up being defeated by Blackbeard. Of course, I'm not saying that both can be compared to the level of Luffy's powers, in the same way that the opponents that Law and Kid faced are two of the most powerful in the entire work, while Luffy, who is stronger than his allies, faced Rob Lucci, who even with the power of his devil fruit having been awakened could not make our dear protagonist fight seriously. So I understand that there are differences between them, but the idea that Oda will make the three characters who left as the champions of Wano now be defeated makes me very happy. Because in this way Oda can make enemies and opponents more valued, giving weight to their actions. In addition, Oda will be able to work and further develop their secondary characters, giving them the frustration of seeing that not even their captains are a match for the opponents that will come in this final journey. And that's where Zoro comes in and can surprise us. Of course, Oda can literally bring a new time skip into his work. This theory is already old, some like it and others hate this possibility, but it makes sense. Those who like this possibility argue that it is the simplest way to evolve characters without having to show the entire training arc, even more so in One Piece that there are many characters to be developed. Those who hate this possibility say that this form is very lazy and does not give us the answers to how such a character became so strong. Both arguments are right, but I like the middle ground, which is to show some of the training but not give us everything away. That way we get the feeling that the characters are actually getting stronger at the same time as when they return from their training they can surprise us with their new skills and power. But in this specific case I would like Luffy, Law and Kid to be incapacitated for a while, so the impact of having to take responsibility would fall all on the mates of their respective crews. That is, my dear pirates, this would be perfect for Zoro to get even closer to his captain's power level. And I'm focusing mainly on Zoro because he has a very peculiar dream, which is to become the greatest swordsman in the world, and to do that he will have to overcome none other than MIhawk, who is also his master. And as we know, MIhawk is at a level of power and skill very similar to what Shanks and Blackbeard are. I say that with propriety because he would not be considered the greatest and most powerful swordsman in a world where there is Shanks, right? I already made a video detailing the rivalry of Shanks and MIhawk and how both are very powerful, being one better than the other in some aspects, but the reality is that Shanks, MIhawk and Blackbeard are opponents who are basically at the top of the hierarchy of powers of the One Piece universe, perhaps excluding Im-sama and possibly the Gorosei. What I want to say with all this is that Zoro, even though he is not the main character of the crew he is in, he still has a dream that is as big and at the same time as difficult to achieve when Luffy's dream and of the other captain. And if Luffy is really defeated by the end of this arc, this would be the perfect time for Oda to give Zoro a new training so that he could stand out, because as I said, if he wants to overcome MIhawk he will need a lot of power and Zoro still doesn't. It's nowhere near that based on the recent fights that saw Kid and Law defeated. We've already seen Zoro do all sorts of training. And as I said in a previous video, I believe that all your correlation with death and hell should be the final motto for the elevation of your powers. But in the end it doesn't matter what Oda will use to be the source of the evolution of Zoro's powers and abilities. For me what matters most is that Zoro has such an absurd evolution of his powers that even Luffy with his Gear 5 is astonished. Because if the end of One Piece approaches, I still can't see how Zoro will become the greatest swordsman in the world, unless Mihawk isn't that powerful, but that's a discussion for another video. But now I want to know your opinion about everything we commented here today. Do you believe that Luffy will be defeated in this arc? Is this Oda's way of showing us that nothing is decided yet? Will Oda be able to use this moment to evolve other characters, mainly Zoro? But of course, if you made it this far it's because you like the content, so it doesn't hurt to subscribe to our channel and become one more member of our fleet, my dear sailor. And of course, do not forget to press the like button, that helps a lot in spreading the video and the channel, so help us to become the largest fleet of pirates here on YouTube, okay? A big hug for everyone, and until the next video.